Good morning. Welcome to another session of E403 Distributed Generation and Smart Grids. In the last session we had seen smart sensors, and in this session we will see smart homes and building automation. So before we proceed, let us see a quote by Jawaharlal Nehru. Success often comes to those who dare to act. It seldom goes to the timid who are ever afraid of consequences. So home automation is basically automating or controlling all the home appliances and remotely. You can see in this picture large number of appliances like your PC, TV, media player, audio, the dish antenna or CCTV, your tablet, lighting, air conditioner. All these things are remotely monitored and many of them controlled also. So this is possible only with smart home appliances. So to have home automation, you should have smart home appliances. And what is a smart home appliances? Any home appliances with a IoT support and a communication interface, so we can remotely access it and remotely control it. Some of the smart home appliances are shown here. First one is the smart plug. It is not a normal plug. It can measure the power consumption and the load, etc. And it can be accessed through IoT devices. Another one is a fuzzy rice cooker. Again, this can be programmed, remotely accessed. Another is a smart microwave oven, smart washing machine, smartphones, smart refrigerator. Think of a refrigerator which reminds you what you have to buy today. Smart water heater, smart air conditioner. So you can turn it on remotely, and by the time you reach your office or home, your room will be cool, and or if it is a cold country, it can be warm. Smart cooktops. Now, to have this home automation possible, all these smart appliances should be connected to IoT, or there should be some IR sensor, and these sensors should be continuously sending signal to a nearby control station or device. So you can see there are various type of sensors used for motion, security, door control, lighting control, window control, then thermostats to monitor the room temperature and control the room temperature, then window control, then routers, set-top boxes, energy management devices, remote controllers. So a lot of IR signals will be going across the room, and what is the effect of these signals on human body, I have no idea. It is something to be yet to be found out. So here you can see various appliances, and you can see lighting loads, LCD TVs, air conditioners, refrigerators, washing machine, gases. So some are bulk loads and some are lighting loads. So all this can be turned on and off, and and it can be it can be cut off also through a load cut-off device, and there is an RF module which gets signal from all these devices, and everything is connected through the energy meter, and finally the signals goes to a data concentrated unit and to the external world. So from your mobile and through a proper app, you can turn on and control all these devices. The benefits of smart grid are flexibility, efficiency, reliability, security, and economics. So home automation is basically automation of the home, household, or household activity. So remote controlling of lighting, HVAC, appliances, and other systems. It is an integrated system offering home automation functionalities. It integrates electrical devices in a house through a communication network, possibly includes devices using different communication protocols. This is the system architecture. You can see a main controller here connected to a MMI interface, man-machine interface, and there is a SGCC. We will see it in the next slide. Then there is a controller to control various appliances, and these are the individual appliances connected through wire or wireless to the controller. There are various energy resources or sources connected to the controller, and individual control wires are there, and finally everything is connected to a modem through which we can communicate to the outside world. So a smart home have appliances and sources controlled in such a manner that the 5 objectives of the smart grid are optimally met. So the components of a smart home are main controller or smart home controller, then smart grid control center GCC, sources of energy, controlled appliances, network interfaces, an MMI console, and finally the controller to appliances interface. Let us see what the smart home controller do. So it consists of all the software and hardware which can be programmed, intelligent, and they are capable of performing metering, computations, numerical processing, then running some optimization subroutines. This is important because we have to use the energy sources optimally, establish bidirectional communication with HSGCC, and making decisions based on constraints. So these are the various functions of the smart home controller. You can see here the metering, communication interface, home appliance control and monitoring, various algorithms, optimization routines, and automated processes. Second is the smart grid control center, or we abbreviate it as SGCC. This is the gateway to the energy world. So it is a powerful computer that performs the functions of energy exchange and energy database. So through which we get the latest energy updates from the government, the various policies, activities. We can make contract for power exchange. Then we can even get information on outages, work in progress. So all these things are possible with SGCC. Third is various sources of energy. It can be from the grid or from a gas supply or from a solar or wind type of renewable energy. And then the controlled appliances. So various various devices at home which can be controlled and which consume energy. The network interfaces, it can be an electrical interface or an optical interface or a combination. Then an MMI console or user interface for making settings, configuring, changing programs, etc. And finally, the controller to the appliance interface. So this consists of relays, switching devices, and based on the commands from the controller, the relay will be turned on and off all the individual appliances. Now coming to building automation. Home automation is a subset of building automation. So building automation consists of more functionalities. You can see here the smoke control, indoor air quality control, HVAC maintenance services, security and access control. The videos, various cameras will be connected at different parts of the building, so controlling and monitoring the videos, fire detection and alarm, intrusion detection, environmental control, water supply control, water management, wastewater management, so information, on-site technical services, asset locator, asset management, mechanical maintenance. So a lot of things are there other than the home automation. So all put together is the building automation. So home automation is a subset of building automation. Most functionalities are shared and they use different protocols and technologies. So building automation is the advanced functionality provided by the control system of a building, and the functionalities include security and access control, fire detection, alarms, HVAC, lighting control, air quality control, smoke detection, intrusion detection, environmental control, asset location management, maintenance, etc. It is basically an intelligent network of electronic devices designed to monitor and control the mechanical, electronic and lighting systems in a building. So these are the various suppliers and technology providers for building automation, and the network technology may be bus, a wireless or power line. If it is wireless, it can be Zigbee, Z-Wave, N-Ocean, etc. So the applications: automation, lighting, metering, entertainment and general purpose. And what are the challenges? There are three challenges: integration, interoperation and modeling. So integrating different electrical requirements, then interaction modules, behaviors, and interoperation means different devices will have different protocols, then their interaction modalities, and modeling is different technologies and assumptions, etc. These are the references, and this is my contact. You are free to contact me if you have any doubts. And with that, I'm Dr. Unnikrishnan PC signing off. Thank you very much.